Hey, I know interviewing is quite challenging and a long process, but keep going, don't give up, and we are here to help. Hey fam, welcome back. If you are interested in becoming a product specialist, then this video is for you. In today's video, I will cover what kinds of questions you can expect to be asked in product specialist interviews and share advice on how to best prepare. We will go over sample questions that I've been asked in the past, and I will share 4 areas that you should focus on during your interview prep to set yourself up for success. My hope is that this advice will help you get through all the interview rounds and ultimately get you that offer. The following advice is based on my experience working as a product specialist at Facebook and Airbnb. Before we start, I'd like to welcome those who are new to our channel. My name is Dante, I'm a product manager, and I have experience working at Facebook, Airbnb, Accenture, and WePay. In this channel, Itzel and I share practical advice and knowledge to help you enter and thrive in the tech industry. Now, let's jump right in. What are interviewers looking for during product specialist interviews? Here are the top 3 things that interviewers are looking for in candidates. Number 1, can they communicate effectively? Number 2, do they have strong analytical skills? And number 3, will they be a good cultural fit for the team and company? It is important that you can communicate effectively because you will be working with several cross-functional product teams, which include engineers, researchers, designers, content strategists, data scientists, and product managers. So you need to be structured in your responses and be able to showcase good storytelling skills when asked behavioral questions about past work experiences. With regards to analytical skills, as a product specialist, one of your main responsibilities will be to conduct in-depth analysis of data, specifically customer support tickets, identify trends, and provide recommendations to product teams on the top issues. During your interviews, you may also be asked to write SQL queries or analyze charts. So be ready to share your interpretation of the data and what actionable insights you can infer by looking at a given graph or chart. Lastly, interviewers want to see that you have a genuine interest in the company and that you are passionate about its mission. Before your interview, make sure to do lots of research about the company, such as reading about its mission statement and company values, reviewing recent news about the company, and preparing thoughtful questions to ask your interviewer at the end. By mentioning all that you read about the company throughout the interview, it will demonstrate your interest. Now let's talk about how you can best prepare for product specialist interviews and go over some sample questions that you should expect to be asked. The types of questions you may be asked can be broken down into 4 main categories. Number 1, familiarity with the company's products. Number 2, company culture and values. Number 3, behavioral questions. And number 4, technical and analytical questions. Let's dive into the first category. One of the core responsibilities of a product specialist is to become a subject matter expert or SME on the feature or product that you're assigned to, as we covered in this video. In your interviews, you want to show that you have a good understanding about the company's product, so read up on the company's products. This will demonstrate to your interviewers that you are someone who is diligent in their work because you did your research beforehand and came prepared. If you really want to stand out, it is quite impressive to interview candidates that go the extra mile and connect with current employees as part of their interview preparation. I've met candidates who contact sales and request product demos so that they can gain familiarity with the company's products. During my time as an interviewer for product specialists and PM roles, these are the types of candidates who have left a lasting impression till this day. Now here are a few guiding questions and tips to help you best prepare for product familiarity questions. You should focus on understanding the following. Does the company offer a single product or do they have multiple products? If so, what does each product do? What problem does it address and solve? Who is the target user for the product? Think about the customer journey. Is it easy to sign up and onboard? What are the main features? Are there any new features that were launched recently? Pro tip: to have a solid answer for these questions, visit the company's website or app and spend some time getting familiar with it. By trying out the product and contacting support, you'll be putting yourself in the customer's shoes. And this will show your interviewer that you care and can empathize with your user pain points. What are some ideas for improving the product? Does the company offer customer support in case users have an issue? If yes, how does one go about contacting support or reporting a bug in the product? Via phone call, live chat, filling out a form, sending an email, etc. Is it an easy flow to follow or is the process cumbersome and time consuming? What is the user sentiment on the product? Pro tip: to have a solid answer for these questions, refer to App Store reviews, social media posts, blogs, or videos talking about people's experience using the product. If it is a newer product or one that is now well known, try it out and share what your personal experience has been with your interviewer. The second category of product specialist interview questions is about company culture and values. Here are some questions that you can expect to be asked and tips on how to best answer them. Why do you want to work here? Pro tip: to prepare a solid answer for this question, talk about the company's mission statement and how it relates to your personal and professional experiences. Read up on recent news about the company and mention them in your response, as this will show that you are well informed and genuinely interested in the company's products and up to date with what is happening in the industry. In your response, you can also add how the company's products have benefited you or have had an impact in your life. As a good practice, you can also mention 2 to 3 company values that resonate with you in your answer and explain why. If you feel comfortable, reach out to current employees at the company that you can relate to or look up to and that you can make a connection with via LinkedIn. While you're building the relationship with them, ask to see if they're available to connect with you before your interview. If you're able to meet with them, ask them about what they're working on and why they joined the company, and then you can share their names and what you learned from them in your response. You may already know this, but as a good reminder, after you meet with someone, make sure to show your appreciation and thank them for their time in providing you with their advice and perspective on the company. This leads me to the next question that you may be asked. Tell me about a time when you exhibited one of the company values. To prepare for this question, read through each company value. You can find the company values under the About Us section of the company's website or on their careers page. Reflect on what work or life experiences you have been part of that exemplify how you have showcased those values. Write your reflections and bullet points in a document and practice out loud your answers. If you are learning something new, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Moving on to the next category, behavioral questions. This category consists of questions about your prior job experiences and hypothetical scenarios around how you would do X or handle Y that are specific to the job responsibilities. I will cover a few example questions in a bit, but first, here are a few tips on how to best approach any behavioral question. Number 1, be as structured as possible in your answers. Look into the STAR framework, which stands for situation, task, action, result, as this is a great method to organize your responses into a compelling story. Number 2, if you're providing multiple reasons or examples in your response, number them as you speak to make it easier for the interviewer to follow along. And you can use words like first, second, and third. Number 3, summarize your answer at the end in one sentence, especially if you have provided a long answer to your interviewer, since they will most likely be taking notes. To make their job easier, restate the key points of your answer. You can use the following phrases to do this: to recap or to summarize. Now let's go over a list of behavioral questions that we have compiled based on my personal experience, past interviews, as well as research. Number 1, tell me about a time when you improve a process or workflow. Number 2, how do you go about solving a bug or debugging an issue? Number 3, what process do you follow to differentiate between an actual bug versus product confusion? Number 4, tell me about a time when you work cross-functionally with several teams to achieve something. Number 5, how do you go about developing insights on a product? Number 6, tell me about a time when you failed. Number 7, how do you illustrate things that need to be fixed in a product? Number 8, what is the most challenging project you've worked on? Number 9, how do you go about prioritizing issues? And number 10, what metrics will you use to measure the impact of a fix made to a product? To best prepare, start a document and write your answers to these sample questions. Then share the document with close friends or mentors so that they can provide you with feedback. Use their feedback to finalize your responses. And lastly, practice your answers out loud as much as you can. From personal experience, following these steps will help build your confidence for upcoming interviews. Moving on to the last category, which is technical and analytical questions. The types of questions that you will be asked here will involve writing SQL queries and analyzing data. In past interviews, I've been asked to write SQL queries on the spot. How this works is that the interviewer would provide you with sample data tables and ask you to write SQL queries in a shared document or in the whiteboard. The types of SQL operations that you can expect to be asked about include joining tables, finding the total count or sum, how to remove duplicates from a dataset, or getting unique records. You can do this by using the distinct keyword in SQL, filtering data using the where clause in SQL, and getting data for a given time period. In terms of analytical questions, you will most likely be presented with a bar chart showing product confusions, issues, or bugs in a given time period. And you will be asked several questions about how you interpret the data. To best prepare for these analytical questions, read up on common customer support metrics such as ticket volume, also known as bug reports volume, total resolution time or TRT, average handling time, first contact resolution rate, customer satisfaction score or CSAT, and net promoter score or NPS. To wrap it up, here are a few resources I highly recommend you check out to review common interview questions and responses. If I could go back in time, these are the tips and questions I wish I would have known as I was prepping for product specialist interviews. I'd love to hear what you learned from today's video, so please let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share with someone whom you think can benefit from it. If you know of other resources to help folks prepare for product specialist interviews, or if you have any additional questions, please include them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best in your interviews, and we'll see you in our next video.